Hey yo, hey yo, hey yo. Welcome to the stream. So I realized a couple of things here. While plugging away, that I think I'm going to need I'm going to have to tweak here. Not that I know I have to. Um, yeah, I know I have to. I know I have to make changes. And that's going to be important. Let's see if I can sit my picture here above my logo instead of having it directly over top. So I made all these cards during the last stream, and came to the realization that I don't like them. And I don't like them for a couple of reasons. The first of which is that I made spelling mistakes all over the place. Hey Yash, what's up, brother? So not only did I make spelling mistakes all over the place, but they aren't text, which means I have to recreate them for every spelling mistake I found. And many of the spelling mistakes, well, not very bad. They are because I was copying and pasting a lot while doing this. And that, I think, was a very big oversight on my behalf. And so I'm trying to look at a way of doing this here. I was trying to look at a way of doing this without throwing out the work that I'd done and doing something that would be a little bit easier to do. And the answer that I came across here was using PowerPoint. And so what I've done is I started off by changing the resolution of my PowerPoint document to match the cards that I made inside of Photoshop. And then I actually exported layers from Photoshop, brought them into PowerPoint, and set them up in the right order. And I was able to then add a little bit of differentiation in here between some of these things, and start playing around with a few things. Oh, it's a good question, Yash. It's been a while since I've actually looked at who was there. I could go through my LinkedIn, my friend, to see if I know anyone who's there. But they wouldn't be anybody that would be a close friend. It would be someone I know through the industry. I'm. You know what? I may have a bunch of former students. But I'll take a look. Hey Phil, how's it going, brother? And so yeah, I'll go through my LinkedIn and I'll see who I have, who's there, and if there's anybody worth introducing you to, I'll introduce you to them. So in my PowerPoint version of this here, I've kind of made a few changes to things. The first of which is going in and adding the number up here in the corner instead of underneath the alien humanoid area. Instead of under the name, I've got it as kind of in the corner. It felt a little bit more comic booky and felt a little bit more card-like, collecting card-like. And I kind of like that. And I put it on a blood spatter, which I thought was kind of fitting as well. I added George Brown's logo to each of the cards as well. Figured that would be a good thing to do. And then I have my class names up here. And then other than that, it's just about the description, right? Going through and making the description fit. And so these are fairly easy to do. The biggest problem I have is just getting the images out. So these images here, the actual ones on the car. That's fantastic. Where are you, Phil? Where did you get a gig, my friend? Kimball. Right, yeah, you told me that. You told me that. Anyway, let me get back to this here. It's good stuff, man. Let me know how it goes. Let me know how it goes. So it's not very troublesome to go and do this. You can see that it's with the slightest bit of ease here. I just kind of move the front plate over, select the image that's already there, swap it out, bring the next one in. Okay, so yes, it does look like the text is hard to read. You've got a very good point with that. But you also have to remember that you're not looking at it 100%, and so we are getting some LOD issue. This is it at 100%. So the cards are actually quite large, and it is quite a bit easier to read up here. And so, Jimco, my friend, welcome to the party. And so, yeah, so if you look at it like this, it does make it a little bit easier to read. I did play around quite a bit with the coloring and the font to try and get something to read. The original cards had the colors inverted, where the text is the bright color and the border is the black. And that seemed to have given it a much better separation than what I've got going on right now. I've also got a thinner border around them. When I put the drop shadow on with this color, it became too much. But here, let's go swap one out and see if it's easier to read. I will defer to you guys if this looks better, by all means. So let's go and select all of the text, like so. Let's go to design. No. Home? Yeah, it's in home. And where is my Windows gone? There's a font tool that I want. So let's change my font color to... Oh, it is black already. Son of a... Okay, let's do that. Let's go to more options here too. Cancel. And then, where is find replace shape fill? That's what I want. Shape outline. Black. No, that's shape fill. We don't want an outline. We want no outline. Now I've made it white. Shape fill. Shape outline. Where's none? No outline. Shape fill. No fill. No fill. Somewhere in here is... It used to be a window on the right, and I closed it because of how I was editing things. And now I don't see it anymore. Are you with me now? Yeah, that's not it. Theme colors. Somewhere in here. Paragraph. Drawing. Find replace. Design? Design is the design. It's not... What's going to bother me now? Somewhere in here is where I can set the drop shadow, and I don't remember. Format text effect. There we go. That's what I wanted. Okay, so text options. Shape options. Text options. Shadow. Text, fill, and outline. Outline is solid black. Okay, now let me make it. Yeah, see, this is the problem. The way PowerPoint handles outline is it's interior of the letters and not exterior. So when you make the outline, not a surprise. They're making a Far Cry 6? What? Oh my god, Tom Clancy? What? Ubisoft is nothing if not predictable. Yeah, so the issue that I've got with doing this outline is that it goes inside the letters and not outside them. And so I can't do it the way that it was done in Photoshop, where in Photoshop it was technically, well, that's not actually what I want. In Photoshop, it was technically a shadow that I made really, really thick and not an outline. We can maybe try it with shadowing instead. Text box, text effects, shadow. Let's try this. I don't want an inner shadow. I want an outer shadow. Like this one. The color is black. Transparency. Like that. Distance is at 0. See, even when the distance is at 0, it's a ways back. Do we know that UB Toronto is actually making Far Cry 6 and they're not just helping out on it? Because it's my understanding that all the studios help out on all the games, and so I don't know. I can do this on my own. So yeah, Shadow's not going to do what I want it to do. Yeah, it's doing the wrong thing. I would assume they are. Those Far Cry games are pretty big. Maybe later in the stream we'll have someone from UB here that we can ask. But my understanding is that they shared around. That would be a first if it is them. Then I think. I don't think they've actually done one on their own. So yeah, that text definitely does not work. So let's go back to solid line. No, that's the shape. No line. It's the text I want to. Solid line. Yeah, so it just consumes the letters. It's not a drop shadow in the same way that the other one is. Which is unfortunate because that would be a really nice way of doing it. So what was I doing here? Black with the glow. The black, I think the black on its own is not legible either. Come on. Let's go play with the texture again. So solid. Let's try just making the text black with no line. Yeah, see, that's too hard to read too. There are too many dark areas in the image as well that make it impossible to read. I suppose I can try and make the text glow. And see if that's any better. Pick my color and bring the size down a little bit. I wish I did, Phil. Plain white, I think, is too brilliant. Oh, for the love of Jeebus. It's too contrasty, I think. Go back to your rigs. I don't know, Phil. I don't know what is there. I mean, I find... dang it. I did it again, didn't I? Yeah, I did it again. Zoom out. I've always, in my entire career, from when I, like, day one getting into the industry, I would go home and still want to work on my own stuff. Like, there was never... That urge never disappeared for me. Maybe I'm unique in that. Maybe I'm uncommon in that. But it was just something I never had to contend with. It was something that was just always there for me. Okay. So let's try this text again. What's a feature or a thing I would like a tool to do? I don't know, Yash. Tools are one of those things that, you know, I often don't have things that I need without having a need. And so I don't know that there's anything like that. Okay, I'm going to try and fill it with the orange color again. And I'm going to go to the glow and try and make the glow black. And that should read... Yeah, that'll read the right way. Shazbot. It's too damn hard to select all the text. There we go. Text options, effects, glow. Transparency should be all the way up. It's 8. Let's try 12. I'd leave if I could. I'm not in love. That's really bizarre. Apparently, you can't add a black glow. ¿Qué pasa? Blue. The colors are backwards. There we go. Okay, let's pull the size down now. I think 12 is what I want here. And your broken beer bottles. A party anywhere. Possibly beyond compare. This is the best. So yeah, that I think that is easier to read with the light colored text with the black outline. So it's just a matter of playing with that creativity so that it you can, yeah, that's way easier to read. Okay, so let's see if I can copy this text effect. Execution. Oh. I cannot. So I'm going to have to memorize what I've done. So the text is my lighter color. The glow is 12-0 in black. Okay. So we'll do the same thing here for each of these. So I'll go to text options. This is solid with no outline. The solid color is my orange. This is the orange, which is set to 12 and 0 in black. Hey, Rich. How you doing? Back again for more, are you? How's the map going, dude? Crushing like a monster truck. But I don't care. Woke up on a Monday, I've been feeling. Let's put a period in there. That's really bizarre. That period. That's really bizarre. The period is casting a shadow on the E. Unless for whatever reason I delete the E and put the period back. Strange. Yeah, that one's fine. That one's fine. This lady. The Deadite. Cool, man. Where's Bobby? So this is the nice thing about using PowerPoint like this, is that it is giving me the ability to tweak these things and not be destructive. Whereas with Photoshop, it was very destructive the way I was working. And it don't even matter if your veins are punctured. I do find it really funny that in the preview, the text is brighter where it's darker and darker where it's brighter. Very strange. Just get in the pit and try to love someone. And I'm not sure what's going on with these punctuation. It's really bizarre. I've not ever seen anything like that. Makes no sense. Just get in the pit and try to love someone. Look at your white. Very, very bizarre. The numbers. What numbers? What numbers, Rich? What are you talking about? There's no numbers written in here, I don't think. Text is the wrong color. I'm not going to bother fixing any more of that. I wish I could copy and paste a layer style the way you can in Photoshop. That would be super useful. Okay. Text options, no line. And change my color. Go to the drop. This is going to be Blick. 12 and 0. You can? I have not found a way to do so, Phil. How do you do that? Because that would be super useful. It's not in right click. Edit text. Undercut and copy. I'll get paste and paste. I'll go my edit, exit, edit text. I didn't see it there. Cut, copy, and then paste options, which is for text, right? If you want to paste the picture or you want to paste P, whatever P is. But I don't have the means of copying the style. You know, if I go to copy, that one's done. And we scroll down to the next one. And I select this. And if I go to paste options, oh, there it is. This is the picture. Theme. Format painter. Ah. You're going to apply that look to other content in the document. Select the content with the format you like. Click to Format Painter. Okay. So let me go here. And let's copy the formatting. This guy's incorrect. Well, that's lovely. Wait, why did this one not go? Oh, you got to copy it every time? It is way faster. That's what I said, Rich. Phil to the rescue. Look out the way, and you won't. Okay. I changed one of my creatures while doing these cards. Creature that I was all gung-ho on doing. And then I decided it was a bad idea, and I changed it. So let's grab some more and paste it. Okay, I'm pleased with that. Which means we can close this guy again until I can't find him, and then I'll be pissed. For your lives. Let me see what this is like. Yeah. Not doing that. What you did. Shame on us. Shame on all of us. Yeah. I hear you, Yash. All just savages. Okay, so to make my new card, I right-click on the old one. I say duplicate. I've now got a copy of Wendigo. I can go up here and change this to a 7. I can look at my list somewhere. Somewhere I had a list. List. Nope. Here, we'll do it this way. Wendigo next. Scarecrow. So we'll go in here. Scarecrow. That's not going to work for me. Let's try 52. Let's try 50. Well, son of a... There we go. Goddamn white ass W. Bobby's here. I wondered when you lazy West Coasters would wake up. For what class, dang? For what school? If you're already here, then I don't think you're one of my students. Because I haven't met any of my students for this year. All just savages. What year, GVC? Boom ba da ba dum ba da ba da 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 dum ba da da boom ba da. What year are you in, Dang? Welcome to the show. I've been waiting here to be your guide. So come. The amplifiers start to hum. Carnival has just begun. Ba-da-da-dum. Bum-ba-da-da-dum. Wait, is that you, Patrick? Is that Patrick Dang? If that is Patrick Dang asking me about my classes, I won't be your teacher this year, Patrick. Igor's back. Welcome, Igor. Do 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 do. Let's see. Come to life to punish those who don't respect the land. Typically. You know what's funny, Ian, is that there is an Igor in here who is an Igor. And I think last time I saw him online, I thought it was you. It's an Igor and an Igor. Maybe we'll spell Havoc correctly. Brandon, ¿cómo estás? How you doing, brother? Before they come to life and wreak havoc, typically, I'm looking around the room. Scarecrows are made of bits and scraps found around a farm. God damn it. Can I do this? Let me see if I can do this. No. I did look at Riley. He's definitely much better. Cool, man. I'm stoked. I want to see what she looks like. Son, do you know why I'm stopping you for? Oh no. Scarecrow done. Okay, who's after Scarecrow? The practitioner of magic. This is gonna practitioner, not or, practitioner of magic. And now we need, I think just this can be scaled down. Let's go to 40 and bring this back up to 54. Cool, man. I'm excited to see it. I want to see what you put together. I see what you did there, Yash. I see what you did there. Let's go change the number in practitioner here too. Okay, so you've picked up the stick figure is the no, nothing really Lovecraftian in here. Nothing really. Okay. Why don't we set it, Bobby, for a time relatively like a week or two, so that we can post on LinkedIn and various places to get people to come. I find people aren't checking their LinkedIn daily. I've got tons. I've got like 1,000 former students on my LinkedIn. And so in order to make it worth our time, let's have a week or two in order for a LinkedIn message to fester that we are doing this, and see if that works. The Black Arts. Summoning. The Black Arts, comma, summoning, comma. That, summoning and enchanting, comma. And don't forget the spells. You are a stupid girl. That's the idea, Brandon. We'll get the three of us to start looking at some portfolios and go through some things that would be good to do and wouldn't be good to do and that kind of thing. See if we can't get a bunch of you guys hired. And now, so are you. Bobby, that was my Friday. We actually have a store here in town called Fromage, and we want to try and keep them in business during these hard times. And so we have been on occasion ordering charcuterie from them, and we did. My in-laws were here over the weekend, and so we. Oh shit! I just realized I made a mistake. It's okay. I'm gonna have to go back. Here. Okay, let's see what's going on here. This is the practitioner of magic. This is the scarecrow. This example of this is. Yeah, I want to help out. I want to help out businesses that are struggling here that I like, and it's a small town where I'm living, and we've lost a couple of restaurants already that just weren't able to hold out, and I want to make sure that the ones I like do remain. What the hell thing was that thing called? Nope. And nope. Okay. Um. I think I'm just gonna call him the Scarecrow. No, no, Boom. Yeah. Yeah, it's tough, Rich, to get the good and not the bad. What a wicked thing to do. Shit, how many of these did I do? Oh, it has to be at least this one. Wendigo. I don't think there's a really good example of Wendigo. Wendigo movie. This is not a really good example. Wendigo. Okay. 16, 17, 18. You've got to move. We'll make foolish people do. And I never dreamed that I'd lose somebody like. No, that is absolutely correct. No, I wish somebody would fall in love. Okay. Practitioner of magic is done. Magic. Who's next? The Yeti. Yeah, it's hard. I try to not social media, but there's downsides to that too, right? You've picked up the carrot. Is the Yeti. Hi. Only two. No. No, I'm trying to keep the mood similar through all of these things, so I'm using what I can. More serious images. If I was really a stickler, I would be making my own artwork for this. But I also don't want to provide the students with a concept. I want them to come up with their own concept. But yeah. Okay. This creature exists in many different cultures under different names. The Yeti in Nepal. Bigfoot in America. Why don't you like Nepal? Oh, Nepal. I knew that. I totally knew that. Bigfoot in America. America. And in Canada. And in Canada, we call it Sasquatch. Jesus, typing. You can use any version of this creature you like, as long as it is frightening. No, I like as long as. Okay, let's get rid of that. Provided. Provided it is frightening. Okay. I don't be afraid to push your giant character. Okay. What is the best known example of the Bigfoot? The best known example of this creature is... Oh, we don't call it a Yeti here. We call it Sasquatch. What is the best known example of the Yeti, or of Sasquatch, or of... Chewbacca? Who would be... See, I want to put Harry in the Hendersons. But other than old people, I don't know who's actually going to know that. And I can't think of... I can't think of any other pop culture references to Bigfoot. Okay. We'll call him Harry. What the hell am I typing? Harry. From Harry and the Hendersons. The Rattlesnake's Confusion. Okay, that was 19. Duplicate side. Oh, I do want to go back and edit this. This should be 54. Okay, let's go to this one. The Wempire. Which should also be 54. You've picked up the garlic. This is the vegetable portion of the list. The duration of the year will be the vampire. Vampire. Period. Please don't leave me deep in the river trying to bequeath. Culture. This creature exists in many different cultures. Though almost all of them their existence to one Dracula. fire calls, and when the fire calls. The best known example of a vampire is Dracula. Here. Dracula. No. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. See, vampires do not glitter. I love that film, but no. I've got one better for you, Brandon. I've got one better for you. And this took me a long time to narrow it down. It's got to be Kate. Now, also, when I was picking these images, for those of you that weren't around when I was doing this, I was trying really, really, really hard to bounce back and forth between the genders so that an equal number of cards are male and an equal number of cards are female. There are obviously some characters that, like the Yeti, are genderless. And so, who knows what that is. But ones that are clearly still very human in their appearance, I tried to stay within the confines of male, female, and bounce back and forth. So for that reason, when you look at things like the evil clown is male, the next one is the Deadite, and I went female. And then the demon is presumably male. We got a goblin. The doctor, I went female. The giant is male. The devil, I tried to go in between. Jack-o'-lantern, again, kind of indeterminate, but yeah, he actually, Brandon, that Kevin is he's the lichen in the first movie with the really deep voice. The guy that talks like that. I think he gets killed very early on too. But yeah, he's in the film. He's the big black lichen, big imposing looking dude. Okay, back to me numbers 20. Gonna give it to me. Get your best shot in the blood black and blue. Okay, that is the vampire. The next one. Duplicate. Tell me where it hurts. You know how many times I watched Rise of the Lycans before realizing that it wasn't Kate? I mentioned this when I grabbed the picture of Kate. They went so similar with the selection of actress that it's Rona Mitra that's in that one. And it didn't occur to me that it wasn't her. Selena, that's her name. Took me forever to remember her name. Werewolf. Werewolf. That won't do. Come on and give it to me. Oh. Rona Mitra got her start as a Tomb Raider model going to conventions. She was pretty good as Tomb Raider. I think she was one of the first There's Rona Mitra doing her Lara Croft. And if I'm not mistaken, she was one of the first like booth girls that they had doing that cosplay. But yeah, she was hired to go and sit at the booth. I think this is back in the IDOS days before they were whatchamacallit. But yeah, she was a great Tomb Raider. But yeah, that's Rona Mitra doing that. And again, she did that for quite some time. Come on. I've switched what I'm doing for the werewolf too. Yes, sir. Out of me, art should be a fight just to win you through. Dum ba da dum. One werewolf. Werewolf? Werewolf. And this should also be 21. Werewolf? Der Wolf. Duplicate the slide again. And we're on to 22. Which is the Wraith. Why am I so dumb? You've picked up the One Ring. And as a result, the creature you are doing is the Wraith. Don't be afraid. A Wraith is a creature caught between the world of the living and the world of the dead. Roaming limbo until can cross over into one world or the other to push you away. Because without you, the ring wraiths from the gourd of the fuck the rings franchise. I've never been so alone. No, so I did finish, Bobby. I did finish. I finished all 50 cards. And the problem that I had is that I'm terrible at spelling. So here's all 50 cards. They were all done. And the problem that I had with them is that there were spelling mistakes and things that I needed to correct. Punctuation mistakes, stuff all over the place. And hey, Mark, how are things, my friend? Long time no speak. And so, yeah, so I had finished all 50 cards, but there will... there were spelling mistakes, there were grammar mistakes. I did these really, really quickly. And the problem with them is they're all JPEGs. And so I can't go edit the text. It's not text, it's rasterized. And while I did leave myself a template in Photoshop that I could go and edit, there were so many that had spelling mistakes or grammar mistakes or whatever the mistakes, that I was practically going to have to do them all again. So, in order to prevent any further mishaps along this path, I've switched out of Photoshop and into PowerPoint. And I tweaked the design a little bit so that I've got the George Brown logo and I've got the little blood spatter for the numbering. But what this is doing is it's giving me the ability to keep every single one of them as text, so that if I don't like the spelling of something, or fuck up the spelling in something, or if I just don't like the card, or I change my mind about an image or whatever, I can go back and edit all of them. I've still got them editable. And that's something that is not something I could do in Photoshop. The only things that were retained in Photoshop are all the pictures of the creatures and then like one layer of text. So I'd have to go back and retype everything. So not impressed. So I'll do it this way, and I think it'll work way better. And so I've kind of already exported everything here. And it's just a matter of like cleaning them up and get it. It does irritate me. Actually, if Phil's still here, he might know how to do this. It does irritate me that I can't right click on this image and change the picture. Because I can't get to it. But yeah, that's why I'm going through and re-editing them. Is to just make them look a little bit better. And because it's PowerPoint, I can spit out each slide as a JPEG. So I'll still be able to get rasterized versions of these, but I'll keep the PowerPoint presentation, which will give me the ability to edit them and access them down the road. And so that's why I've done this. I don't really know how to put on a good show, as boring as they come. Zombie. I've also changed my mind about something in the game that I was pretty adamant about to begin with. And I think I want to do it. So when when I email the students, I'm going to add an addendum at the bottom of the email that is going to be a cheat code for the game that will prevent the email from going on. Because I know once somebody plays this once, they're going to play it like 30 times. And so I want to prevent I want to prevent spam is what I want. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a cheat code that they can enter as their name that will bypass all of the email system. And I'll send that to them once they've played it once, with an explanation that if they enter that as the name, they won't receive any future emails. Unless they want the emails. Maybe what I'll do is I'll just take me off the email. And so it'll just email them. And the other thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to add a checkbox on the title screen, which is the "I am not a student" checkbox. Because right now I've made it so that it has to be a George Brown email address. And so I want people who aren't George Brown students, if they mess around with this, to be able to check that checkbox. So that they don't get the email system doesn't kick in, so it'll bypass it. Okay, you picked up the brain, and as a result, you're now a zombie. She's a shame. Can you take? Oh wow. Bop. The Walking Dead. There's an E in here. The Walking Dead, comma. The ever living, comma. That's great, Mark. It's good to hear, buddy. It's good to hear. That's good to hear. You got it, brother. Mm-hmm. Okay, The Walking Dead, the ever living. What other nicknames that I have sorted out here? The Undead. The Undead. Arose by any other name would still, Jesus Christ, still like to eat your face. Creating your zombie. Na 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 na. Thanks, Eric. Been a little while. I have what is this? 22, 23 is the zombie. I've got just a couple more things that I really want to do. That's not what I want to do. Okay, one zombie. Duplicate slides. We're at the Ancient Ones. The Ancient Ones. What would you do when I do what I can? You've picked up the Prayer Stone. I'm getting to the point where some of the ones that I've done a little ways ago, I am at, I think I'm at 8 totems, 8 or 9 totems. So I still got a bunch to go. The totems I knew were going to be the last thing that I had to do, just because of the tedium involved. And so what I've been trying to do is like do a couple, work on something else, do a couple, work on something else, do a couple, work on something else. Let's just try and spread them out so they're not this really large tedium collection of this tedious collection of assets. I'm also using scan data for a few of them, and that's going to. And so I've got a few things that are going to make that a little bit easier with scan data. The deadite is a little chunk of wood, and I've already got one out of there, and so I've got one in the garage that I'm just going to 3D scan. I'm trying to keep 3D scan data to stuff that is non-metallic, so that the image, the textures that it generates, I can use. Base color and roughness is all I really need to do wood. And I'll generate a normal map from whatever the scan data is. And so that's the idea anyway. We'll see how well that works. Till it's gone. You picked the first is the Ancient One. Okay. Don't be afraid to push the design. These beings have long been assumed to be the creators No. I did this completely wrong. These beings predate unit, I don't need a capital U, itself. I also type too quickly, which is why I get so many spelling mistakes. My fingers don't work as fast as my brain, and that tends to screw me up a little bit. That they alone are responsible for all of existence. Shit. Did it again. The best example of this is... Cool, Mark. Cool. What is your flagship portfolio piece, my friend? What kind of stuff are you making? Okay, that one's good. No, let's not do that. I do what I want, but this is my life. Know what I believe in. I got 2, 3. 3 folders open with the same content. Okay, I want... Ian, are you still there? Or Brandon. Brandon, you will know this too. The Celestials. Never mind. Got it. This one. Okay, that's 24. Duplicate and move on. Wait. The blob. Waking up. The blob. You've picked up the wad of chewing gum. Is what the fuck today? It's glamour next to you. I'll never be. I got infinite ammunition. These beings are a collection of living entities, usually human, into one hideous form. Ba-da-da-dum. I really wanna. All I really wanna. Uh-oh. Extract a champion. Uh-oh. Holla, holla, holla. Really, really, really wanna. Holla, holla, holla. Really, really, really wanna. The Cyclops. Darkness, my old friend. I've come to talk with you again. Because a vision softly is creeping, left its sin while I was sleeping, and the vision that was planted in my brain still remains. A street lamp, I left my collar to the cold and damned. People running without listening. And no one dares to dim the sound of silence. For like a cancer grows. The best example of the best example of this creature is hey Christian. Welcome aboard, my friend. People bowed and prayed to the neon god they made. Here's Walden. I think this is a cop-out, but whisper in the sound. Okay. Next. Duplicate. And the people bowed and prayed to the neon god they made. Get ready, cause this is war. The gnome. Get ready, cause this is war. Well, it's not too bad, Christian. I just saw your post on the Discord channel. Very lovely. Very, very lovely, my friend. Don't render it in orthographic, though. Make sure you're always in perspective. That looks orthographic-y. Is that orthographic? I think it's orthographic. And I'm not gonna let this go. I'm ready to settle the score. This is war. You've picked up the garden gnome, and as for this, you're going to be doing the gnome. Nope. Don't be afraid to push your design. Okay, gnomes are diminutive. I spelled that totally wrong. Diminutive. Humanoid beings that typically live underground. I'm not gonna let this go. I'm ready to settle the score. And I don't want to slip away. Okay. Typically live underground. Just... non-abilities, magical powers. All right. But I really... So proving this has been rather troublesome. Get up, tell them, and I'll sing along. The odds are that we will probably be alright. Odds are we gonna be alright. Odds are we gonna be alright tonight. Alright. Let's put the picture in. So why not play? The best example of this creature is in your neighbor's yard. The odds are that we will probably be all right. Good plan, Christian. Good plan, my friend. All right. Odds are we gonna be all right. Odds are we gonna be all right for another night. The forest spirit. I told you, Bobby. I told you. I can't do it. I can't do it. Spirit, tell me. Tell me, spirit. Whose grave is this, spirit? What's that word? I cannot. Tell me, where should I tame? I love Christmas, and so that's why I love it. Tell me, spirit. Whose grave is this, spirit? Ebenezer Scrooge. I think he's done. Oh, he doesn't have a picture. Well, he has a picture, but it shouldn't be that fella. What for a spirit? Tell him, where should I tame? But I'm sorry, my old friend, I've got to leave you once again. Is there pleasure by the pain? The two-headed creature. That's not the kind of hyphen you're supposed to be here, lad. That's not the type of hyphen you're supposed to be here, lad. There we are. Bum, 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 bum. Do, 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 do. You picked up the nature book. Braybrook, Mr. Bray. Hey, Mr. Bray. How you doing? How you doing, Mr. Bray? How you doing? Me if you can, I'm feeling down. And I do appreciate your being round. Help me get my feet back on the ground. Mr. Bray. The best known example. I didn't do a best known example of the forest spirit. Help in any way. Help me if you can, I'm being known. The best known example of this creature is Shishigami. Come on now. Shishigami. From Princess Mononoke. And we Shishigami. And a dictionary. Princess Mononoke. This one. Two-headed monster. And it's not a fucking game. Fuck what you heard. It's what you're hearing. Listen. It's what you're hearing. X gonna give it to you. Is the best example of this creature is the two-headed creature from film Jack and the Giant Killer. No, just Jack the Giant Killer. Was it Jack the Giant Killer or just Jack and the Giant Killer? No, it's Jack the Giant Killer. No end. Whoa. Where am I? Fuck you want to do? If you're gonna find me, fight these fears. X gonna give it to ya. He gonna give it to ya. Go, let it go. X gonna give it to ya. He gonna give it to you. Do I have any comment on Far Cry 6? Inevitable? Ubisoft is a well-oiled machine, and they do things very predictably. I'm not fond that that he's in everything now. You know, he was great in Breaking Bad, and you know we got him in The Mandalorian, and it was like, oh cool, yeah, it's that guy again. And now it's like, okay, now he's in this. Like, what the fuck? He's gonna be in everything now for a little while. And so yeah, I don't know. I like the Far Cry games. I've liked them for a long time. They're a lot of fun. I don't find they're typically great games, but they're a lot of fun. I've played a ton of them. I don't recall which I have and haven't played. But yeah, they're fun. The Minotaur. Topple, topple. I see what you did there, Ian. I see what you did there. Jess, good word usage. There is there's a novel series that I read that is about superheroes, and they're all kind of proxies for real world superheroes. And one of them is really really interesting. It's brothers, and there's a big Texan brother who got a Texan accent and wears cowboy hat, and he's a real ladies man, walks around, you know, how you doing, that kind of thing. And then the other one's kind of a little bit of a nerd, and he almost sounds like he might be Jewish of some persuasion. But they're brothers, but they are one being. The Texan brother, the older brother, is kind of indestructible and really crazy super strong. And the other brother doesn't really have any powers, but they learn later on in the book that if he gets stronger, he actually increases the strength of the stronger brother, and so he ends up becoming a buff fellow as well. And he ends up choosing Etten as his superhero name when he's done superhero school. And other than my knowledge of the word, I haven't heard anybody else use that word. Good on you, kiddo. I love Ettins. And been a thorn in the side of Theseus. Has got a... Why is Labyrinth capital? I agree. Now I got two L's in here. as having the head and lower body of a bull and the torso of a human. The best known example of this is the Minotaur from Clash of the Titans. Oh, we've gone too far. It's time for the doppelganger. Speaking of two-headed, doppelganger. I'm up all night for good fun. I'm up all night. I'm up all night. Comic book. You picked up the comic book. You're going to be working on the doppelganger. Doppelgangers. Evil versions of good peoples. Comma. Often passing in as twins of the original. I don't know of a doppelganger in pop culture. Like evil Spock? I'm up all night for lucky. Us. Us. That's one. That's fun. That'll do. That'll do. This creature. What? The best example of this creature is... Mistakes are coming. This creature is... Evil Family from the film Us. You're up all night to get... You're up all night to get... We're up all night to get... Is it a Minotaur if it's a French bulldog and a person? Now, I was actually looking for, when it came to finding the Minotaur picture, it was the female turn to find for a creature. And boy, oh boy, is that not something that works out really well. Yeah, it's very, very not nice. I don't think it is. I think it has to be bull. I don't know. We'll see if any students get that, how their creativity interprets this. I also, like, it's not meant to be a hard, fast rule. Like, this is just meant to be something that guides them. I want to make sure that they, like, the name of what these things are is what they do, but how they interpret what that is. No, but it's got to have the head, Jess. Lower body and head of a bull with the torso of a human. Centaur is lower half. Well, no, it's all of a horse with a, I don't know, baby bull human baby. Oh, now you're putting all kinds of wrong imagery in my head. The Tuya. The Tuya. I swear to God, the Tuya. I will turn this live stream right around. Okay, who's after the doppelgangers? Grendel. Ah. Grendel. No K. There's no K in Grendel. I lost my moose. Oh, don't do that. Don't do that. Let's try typing the word again. So what's a half bull centaur half minute? What? Ian, you're muddying the waters. You're muddying the waters, lad. Don't do that. You've picked up the coin. A company always on the run. Oh, it's a rising sun. Bullhead, human torso, all on top of a horse? Oh, Jesus. I make my final stand. Yeah. That's why they call me. Grendel is the antagonist in the antagonist in the Anglo-Saxon poem Beowulf. Souls, deserters we've been called. Well, they all know my name. It's our claim to fame. That's why they call me bad company. I can't deny. Did I export Grendel? I exported Grendel. Go. Until the day I die. Until the day I die. Wait. He shouldn't be the Grendel. He should just be Grendel. We've all gonna die. Okay, I'm gonna enlist the help of all of you lovely people who are here. As I have a few names that I want edited because I don't like them. This one I'm okay with. This one is the Dreamwalker. So I've got a couple of very specific. Of course, I'm listening to Bad Company. It's actually Five Finger Death Punch covering Bad Company, but yeah. So I've got a couple of very specific movie killers, and I want to turn them into their perspective archetypes. So, for instance, this is Fred, this gentleman here, Frederick Krueger, as he's called, and that's why I've called him the Dreamwalker. Obviously, Freddy is a very specific, killer. And so, I like this one. The Fedora is the Dream Walker. So, to me, the Dream Walker, what this archetype is a supernatural being that can kill you in your nightmares. Ooh. Another Five-Finger Death Punch song came on. This is Mama Said Knock You Out. Wow. Don't call it a comeback. I've been here for years with my brains. This creature can walk through the dreams of its victims, and attack them in sleep. Attack them as they. Now I'm gonna pay my price. I'm gonna knock you out. If you die in your sleep. You die IRL. No, you die in the waking world. Radio, I just don't know that I was, and now I got a new tool. You die in the waking world. Past your soul. Okay, so your character, human, the best example of this creature, boink, is Freddy Krueger from the Nightmare on Elm Street franchise. Boom. I already have a name for this guy. I like Dreamwalker. He's not the one I needed help with, because they're all trying to fix a problem that doesn't exist. Okay, I like him. He's not the problem. The next couple are the problem. Okay. Let me put the picture in. I'm gonna knock you out. Mama said knock you out. I'm gonna knock you out. Mama said knock you out. Okay, so here's the first one. And we'll see if any of you guys can come up with a better name than what I've got. I'm gonna leave the name to last to see what you guys can come up with as an archetype for this guy. Way down. Dum dum da get dum da get dum. This creature cannot be killed, though many have tried. Relentless in its quest. Still too specific. And it's Crystal Peak. It sounds like a porn star. No, it's Crystal Park. Or no, Crystal. What the fuck is it? Crystal Lake. Yes, Crystal Peak. Relentless in its quest for vengeance. Vengeance. Boom, 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 boom. The Relentless Hunter Slayer. It's not bad. It's not bad. This is where the waters get a little muddy, though. Because I have someone else, the very next one, really similar to this one. Relentless in its quest for vengeance. Once you think you have them defeated, they rise again. Again, and again. Again. The hash slinging slasher. Well, okay, now you're just getting carried away. Okay, so let me show you why this is a little bit of an issue. Here is Jason Voorhees from the Friday the 13th franchise. Juggernaut Slayer. He was, and we don't talk about that. Yes, in the final Friday, it is revealed that Jason is a slug from outer space that can only enter the body of a Voorhees, and he's actually been in several Voorhees, constantly bringing Jason back. That's how they explain his coming back. I know the Friday the 13th movies really well. Actually, Ian and I, back in, oh my God, was that in high school that we did that? I think it was in high school because we freaking rented them. There was a Friday the 13th that was coming up, and Ian and I rented every Friday the 13th that had been made up until that point and watched them like all back to back. Do you remember that, dude? Okay, so I'm not going to name him just yet because I want to show you the next one and how the waters get a little muddied here. So number 35, that's 5. I know why you want to hate me. I know why you want to hate me. I know why you want to hate me. Because hate is all the world has ever seen lately. I know why you want to hate me. I think we did. It sounds like something we would do. Okay, so this creature, let's go and... This creature... this creature is... You don't know who that is, Rich? Somebody help the boy out. And where they keep it... Because everything happens for a reason. Because I'm an idiot, a loser, a microphone abuser. I analyze every second I exist, beating on my mind every second with my fist. And everybody wanna run, everybody gonna hide from the gun. You can take as long. Yes, this is Michael Myers. Okay, so here's the difference between Michael Myers and Jason Voorhees. Voorhees cannot be killed. He is supernatural in that way, in that he keeps coming back. Michael Myers is a sociopath. He is out to kill his entire family. He actually doesn't kill anybody but his family and the people that hang out with them. And doctors that try to treat him. Okay, people that cross his path. There's a few kind of outliers. But Jason is very specific in what he kills, in that he kills camp counselors because they killed his mom. And so there's There is a difference between the two that is really, really hard to narrow down. One is ever living, in that he cannot be killed and he'll just keep coming back. And Michael Myers, while he is kind of unstoppable, like he's been shot and he just gets back up again, he's not immortal. You know, he does kind of just keep coming, but he's not immortal and he can be killed. And so, you know, it's kind of and so, yeah. And so I'm going to leave them. I'll leave them right here now. The Family Guy. The Family Guy. His hate is all I've ever seen lately. Hate is all the world has even seen lately. Okay. This creature. Why is there a period there? That means you've got a period. Oh. It does not. This creature is single-minded in its quest for blood. The Immortal Slayer and the Butcher. Yeah. You're right, Jess. That's what I'm going to do. The Immortal Hulk Hogan. No. The Immortal Slayer. And the Sociopath. The Sociopath H. Font. I know I will. The Sociopath. No, not that. Bring this down. Okay, you picked up the path. The creature in many ways is the Sociopath. Sociopath. And let's go. Immortal Slayer's got to go in here too. Nice, Mark. Nice. Immortal Slayer. Which sounds like another metal band. I think I'm going to write the Sociopath. Over you, I know I will. Sociopath. This creature is single-minded in its quest for blood. And there is only one type of victim. Just make sure it isn't you. Best example of this creature is Michael Myers. From the Halloween film franchise. Talk. Too many doubles in there. I'll get over you. I know I will. Duplicate side. Okay. I have one more. I have one more to put in the pile of, wait a minute, they're all the same. And that's Bubba. I'll be the king of wishful thinking. So I need a name for this guy, too. You picked up the chainsaw. The creature you'll be working on has no name yet. This creature... Wink. Okay. Not Bubba Hotep, though I like where your head's at. Oh, how many people here do you think know Bubba Hotep? No, Bubba like the king. The king, Bubba. Okay. This creature kills, not capital K. Kills for food. Food and clothing. And fun. It's probably just you and I, yes. Not a big horror movie fan, Jess. Expect it to be messy and without skill. Trying to read what I wrote in the past. Yeah, Bubba Hotep is Elvis Presley. Elvis Presley taking on a mummy. Cumbersome. The Maniac. Yeah, so Maniac was what I had in the original one. Boba Fett. The maniacal killer. What else did I write about him in the first one? No, nothing else. Okay. The best example of this is Leatherface from the Texas Chainsaw Massacre film franchise. That's not massacre. Massacre? Mascara. The Madman. Hey, that's good. The Madman. Although I don't want to use man. I've been very, very careful about using gender neutral terms. A human disguise for your creature probably shouldn't be an option for the doppelganger. Good call, Jess. Yeah, I left that in all of them. I'll have to go back and visit them all. Good one. The Raving Lunatic. I like it. The Raving Lunatic. The word lunatic, they originally thought that people that had breakdowns, mental breakdowns, that it was related to the cycle of the moon, and so lunatic is referencing the moon, which is just mental. Faux Leatherface, the nutcase. Okay, that should be all of like the proper name ones that I have to worry about. Now I've got a couple that I made up to try and fill in the 50. Lunacy. And now I know how far you'd go to be the next freak show American Psycho. You found the ball of yarn. I am doing 50. I've got another 15 to go. They're actually all done, Jess. I have done all of them. I just made spelling mistakes all over the place and typos all over the place, and I didn't like the format in which I created them. And so I'm actually redoing 50 of them. Here's the original 50. They're actually all done already, along with, like, I've got a template here. But yeah, there were some that didn't work, and yeah, the text got rasterized, so I wasn't able to edit the text and whatever. Yeah, Tigra was the best example of this type of creature that I could find in it. So when you're doing creatures like this, it's hard to find artwork to use as the card picture, because and the best example of this is the blob, because I couldn't find one for the blob. There. So the blob is this guy's head. Now there are a lot of like really awesome pictures online of the blob, especially if you go look up Slither, which is just awesome. But none of them are appropriate to be used in a school environment. And so I've been trying really, really, really hard that even though these things are killers and there's some gruesome, stuff associated with this, that the images I'm using are fairly mundane, and they're not too far out there. Tigra, or the felinus character that I'm doing, felinus, is essentially a cat version of a werewolf, and there are some really good examples of this in films. Stephen King wrote a book, I think it was called Cat's Eye, that they made a movie of, and there's a bunch of really good shots with that. But some of them are so grotesque that I couldn't really use them and get away with it. And so I ended up going with one that was a little bit easier. It's still kind of the same thing. It's a little bit more lighthearted and whatnot. I also don't want to forced. Oh, there was that too, yeah. I want to make sure too that the students aren't forced to do gore, which is kind of outside of the point of this, right? Like it's learning how to make organic models, and so I don't want to force anyone down a path down which they'll be uncomfortable. And so having stuff a little bit more lighthearted like this is a little bit kind of fixes that a little bit. Is the felinus, which is a term I just invented. Okay. So the description of this is really simple. This creature is to felines what werewolves are to dogs. And I've waited for so long. The lion guy from Spider-Man? Who's the lion guy from Spider-Man? There's Kraven the Hunter. He's got a big lion on his chest, but he's not part lion. Is there somebody I'm forgetting? The other thing that I'm doing too, Jess, is trying to make sure that I'm giving both genders equal treatment, where I do male, female, male, female, male, female, male, female, and I wanted to make sure that I ended up female with this one because I ended up with more male because of Leatherface, Michael Myers, Jason, and Freddy. I ended up with 4 males in a row, so I tried to balance it out by adding a few more female characters at the end. There are other examples. I'm okay with putting Tigra here. I did, honestly, Ian, I swear to God I did. Looked at all the Thundercats. I was going to put Pumira here. Because they are actually far more feline than she is. The best known example of this creature is the Thundercats from the TV series by the same name. That's not name. Wow. Wait a minute. Add Thundercats to the dictionary. I looked at Pumira. I did look at Pumira. I always liked Pumira better than I liked Chitara. I don't know, there was something too maternal about Chitara that I didn't like her. And Pumira seemed more free-spirited? Maybe it was just the voice acting, but there was something about Pumira that I thought was a better character. Also, Felinus is 37. Duplicate. And next we have Avius. The Avius. And we'll add that. The dictionary you picked up. The Papyrus. Please take me. And you're doing the Avius. These ones are pretty easy to do because this creature is to birds what werewolves are to dogs. And that one's done. Duplicate. The troll. You have picked up the wooden club. And as a result, you're doing the troll. Okay. This one's got a much bigger description. Sometimes depicted as a giant. I want to capitalize giant. And sometimes depicted as a dwarf. These mischievous creatures have been terrorizing Scandinavians for generations. Scandinavians for generations. Best known example of this creature is the trolls from the film. Come on, typing. Film by the same name. If you guys haven't seen the film called Trolls, it is fantastic. Fantastic. It is a fantastic film. It's actually a Scandinavian film. And it's brilliant. You knocked me like a broken doll in pieces while I took the fall for you, you dumb chump. You let me free fall like space junk in the atmosphere of life. Zagul. Cap fuck. Cause I'm a rocker and I'll let you in my heart that one last time. God damn it. Something's wrong. There it is. You're 38. Not like yesterday, I'm cool. I'm gonna be okay, love myself today. The ghoul is number 40. Cause it's your last look. Down down do down do 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 down do 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 do. The ghoul. The tombstone is for the ghoul. Cause I'm on fire, too hot to touch. When loving's on the line. All right, Michael. We shall see you tomorrow. You're going to be here tomorrow. I'll see you tomorrow. I won't see you. I'm the only one with a camera. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Don't be afraid. There. No, damn it. Right there. A legendary being. Evil being. Evil being. Evil being robs graves and eats the corpse. I've been living my life in dead man's shoes. I had enough. And feeds off the corpus. Not eats the corpse. Feeds on the off the corpses. There are sometimes. What did I do wrong here? Corpses? There we go. Depicted with animal attributes. And sometimes appear more human. I love myself today. 41. Under 10 to go. After Zagul. This is where I stopped exporting my pictures. So I should start re-exporting these. Cabin in the Woods temp folder. King. And this is the Jinn. Apparently I already exported her. See, this too would have been really, really easy to find an image of a genie to use as the Jinn. But in trying to make sure that I'm balancing the genders here, I used a female Jinn. This guy is a cave dweller. Ping. And not that I can. Cave dweller. Across the line. Blandius. Yes, found a way to put more comic books in here. No, 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 no. Okay. Insectius. No walk on by. Maybe next time. Even though I know, I don't wanna know. Yeah, I guess I know. This was the image that I used for Ghost. I love it. I love how there were so many things that are better than this, and I was like, yeah, it's a dude in a sheet. That's good. If I do all about, wouldn't that be something? All the way for one thing. Just for one thing. Right? This is the scariest one of them all. The Mimic. Even though I know, I don't wanna know. Yeah, I guess I know. I just hate how it sounds. On a fire. I don't wanna know. Ice. Ice, ice, baby. Alright, stop. Collaborate and listen. Fire being, ice being, and the last one. Cyber mutant. There we go. PNG. Damn it, I put two of them in the wrong place. Shall have to correct that. Mutant cyborg. This one thing, wouldn't that be something? Okay, 41 is not Zagul. This is a Jinn. Okay, you've picked up the magic lamp. Is the Jinn. What did I write about the Jinn? One of a class of spirits that, according to Muslim demonology, no, not been good. Inhabit the earth. Inhabit the earth. Assume various forms and exercise natural powers. Assume various forms, comma, Oxford, comma. Me on my way to you. Before I think, looking too desperately. Not been fun. If one thing really means one. Alright, I'm going to duplicate the avian here. And I'm going to move it to the bottom so that I can keep my numbers straight. This is 42. Oops. Oh, your place, oh, my place. Well, I'm not paralyzed to be struck by you. I want to make you move. If your body... Typing... Duplantis. This is actually 43. I'm going to skip one and come back. Bum ba bum ba dum ba dum. Dum doo 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 doo. You've picked up the Mini Audrey 2. And as a result, you are doing Plantius. And the reason I'm doing this is that this creature is to plants what werewolves are to dogs. And that's all I gotta do. I wanna make you move. If your body matches what your eyes can do. Me on my way to you. You'll probably move right through me on my way to you. You'll probably move right through Insectius. The entomology case. Entomology case. What? Entomology. No, entomology. This creature is to insects what werewolves are to dogs. We're going to add that to the dictionary. Well, that's a far cry. You will see, not believe, truth. Okay, now I can go back and do 42, which doesn't follow the naming convention. And this is the cave dweller. The cave dweller. The cave dweller. You've picked up the miner's helmet. The creature you will be doing for the duration is the cave dweller. At some point in human evolution, a group fractured off and entered a cave. After thousands of generations, a new species emerged, well suited to living in the dark. Bumba chicka bomba chicka jack chicka bum bum dum. Save yourself. Keep voila. Run and hide. 45. That's 5. Everybody's favorite. I already changed the number. Poltergeist. Really? Poltergeist. T. Isn't he a rapper? Poltergeist T. Dead rapper? Boom, 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 boom. You've picked up. Okay. All right. Let's see how good you people are. What's the totem for the poltergeist? Doom, 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 doom. What do you pick up in the basement that makes it so that you are the poltergeist? Oh, crap. I just realized I screwed up a bunch of them and I have to go back. Not bad, Ian. Not bad. Got one better. And now they wander the world, haunting those of us who remain. I got something better. Jess, what do you got? That would be good. That would be good. The problem with that is that that would draw too much attention to it, and everybody would go to that one totem. I need them all to blend in, all be alike. So, ooh, TV remote. As it so happens, I was working on this totem earlier today. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you the greatest totem for a poltergeist. Bum ba da bum ba doo doo ba doo doo ba doo boom ba bum boom boom ba boom 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 ba doo doo. Right? It's the best. It's about the right shape and size, and it'll blend into a basement full of crap. Exactly. Do 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 do. Oh, Jess. Dear child. Dear child. You made it very apparent, Jess, what that 95 is for. Take it slow when I find my peace of mind. I'm gonna give you some of my good. So, the mistake that I made, going back, I don't know how friggin' many of these things, at least here. You don't watch movies. Everybody watches movies. Don't be afraid to push this. Okay. The best example of a ghoul. Wait. Okay. Why the 95? Was like Jeffy 97 taken? I'm so confused. You can run on for a long time, run on for a long time, run on for a long time. Sooner or later, gotta cut you down. Sooner or later, gotta cut you down. Go and tell that midnight rider, tell the rambler, the gambler, the night rider, God's gonna cut him down. Tell him that God's gonna cut him down. Well, my goodness gracious, let me tell you the news. My head's been wet with the midnight dew. Talking, bended knee, talking to the man from Galilee. I thought I heard of several of angels' feet, and my guts would still when he said, God, go do my will. Tell that midnight rhymer, tell the mambler, the gambler, the night rider, tell him my God's gonna cut him home, tell him my God's gonna cut him down. Run on for a long time, run on for a long time, sooner or later gotta. I cannot find. Oh, you can come on for a long time. Come on. I think you can actually go and change what it says so it doesn't just say Jeffy 95. Sooner or later, gotta cut you down. Sooner or later, gotta cut you down. That mid-tongue liar, go and tell that midnight rider. Tell him a God's gonna cut him down. Tell him a God's gonna cut him down. Tell him a God's gonna cut him down. I don't have a best example of a ghoul. I don't have an example of a ghoul. Didn't stop me coming through. The supernova scene. What did you tell them? In my mind and in my car. Oh, wow. There's a film called Ghoul that contains ghouls. That one's good enough. Same thing with Jinn. Is the Jinn by the film with the same name? That one was an easy one. That was a gimme. We've gone too far. Best example of the creature is this one. The best example of this creature is the monsters in the film in the Descent films. In No Kill the Radio Star. We can't rewind, we've gone too far. Okay. Alright, dude. I'll talk to you later. Actually, I wanted to talk to you a bunch tomorrow, Ian. I'm gonna send you I'll send you some text tomorrow. We'll chat. We chat a bunch. Kill the radio star. Kill the radio star. Bum 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 bum. Okay, we'll just use poison. He's poison ivy from the Batman franchise. Meow, 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 meow. Little bag of bones been out all night. Little bag of bones been out all night. Kitty, you're scratching at the screen door. Kitty, you're scratching at the screen door. Little bag of bones been out all night. He needs some petting and loving on his rain. He needs some petting and loving on his rain-soaked eye. Brandon, are you still here? My friend? And I want to touch it. Meow, 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 meow. The Stalk. That's her name. And the best example of this creature is the Stalk. Yeah. Kitty ran up and scratched me through my jeans. Kitty ran up and scratched me through my jeans. Fuck you, kitty, y'all gonna spend the night. Fuck you, kitty, y'all gonna spend the night outside. The best example of this creature is of you. Wanna touch it? Kitty, 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 can I touch it? Kitty, 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 can I touch it? Medusa. Okay. It's gonna be the last one for tonight because my brain is shutting down. Huh. From winter, away from home. That I used to know before your heart turned cold. Just walk away, 'cause love don't live forever. Stars you will remember. Walk away. The lies are all the same. Just walk away. By a thread away. Okay, I know I said one more, but now for reals, one more. The mimic. It wasn't me. As one, just walk away. Love don't live forever. Just walk away. Just walk away. Remember, out here on the ledge, barely hanging by a thread. She's a 10, hell bent. I'm in heaven tonight. I'm out of my mind. For the run-in, started pumping. Best damn night of your life. Give me a hell. What happened? 45? 46? No, this is 47. This is 48. Pushing the pedal through the floor. You better hold on tight. Do 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 do. I'm eternally high. My lung full speed's got me running. So give me a hell, give me a yow. Stand up right now, give me a hell. Of fire and brimstone. Almost home. Hey, 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 hey. Yeah, give me a hell, give me a yow. Stand up right now, give me a hell. Ain't moving slow, she's taking control, pushing the pedal through the floor. You better hold on tight. Is the mimic from the film of the same name. Hey, 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 hey. An example of this creature is Medusa. Ice being. I know this place, it feels like innocence lost. We lost, but I wouldn't change a thing, I wouldn't. A thing. It's just a wicked dream. Look at the wake from the stardust falling from your eyes. And you won't take away na 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 na. Ice and snow. Ice Snoo. But I wanna call the thing. Hey, it's just a wicked dream. Okay, I need an ice creature. In my mind, and you won't take away. Look me. The stardust is making me high. I can't think of an ice creature. Look at the way from your eyes. No mistake. You are perfect. You are perfect in my mind. Mistake. You are perfect. Look at the way. And you won't take away. In a crooked little town, they were lost and never found. Fallen leaves, fallen leaves, fallen leaves on the ground. I took a ride out to the coast. A love like nost. Oh, can't get no job. Can you spare a dime? And I'll be fine. In a crooked little town, they'll be lost and never found. Fallen leaves, fallen leaves, fallen leaves on the ground. Fallen leaves, fallen leaves, fallen leaves on the ground. Bush in my head will soon be found. They go round the dead in a crooked little town. On the ground. Leaves falling leaves on the ground. Oh. Mahaha. Or did they just leave me? Okay, last one. Last one. In a crooked little town. You got it, man. Fallen leaves on the ground. The mutant cyborg. Leaves on the ground. Fallen leaves, fallen leaves, fallen leaves on the ground. Fallen leaves, fallen leaves, fallen leaves on the ground. I love Billy Talent. One of my favorite minds. Mutant Cyborg, you've picked up the badge. Is the Mutant Cyborg. This creature is made of ice and snow. No, it's not. You can't stomach what you're gonna see. There was no reason, no dream. I can't down to the bones end. I saw who did. Okay. Secret to me. She got there down by the sea. I think that's all of them. The band pulled up and opened the door. Okay, so that probably wasn't the most entertaining stream, but I've got everything done that I wanted doing. And I'm going to both reread everything that I've typed, because odds are there are a dozen mistakes in there, if not more. And so I'd like to go through and make sure that that's been corrected. And then I'm actually going to have my wife reread them as well, proofread them, just to get a second set of eyes on them, so I can ensure that there's no mistakes in that either. And then as soon as that's done, I'm going to actually implement them into the system. So I'm going to bring them into the engine, and we'll see about setting them up as attachments and getting that system to work. And so that's what's going to be on the docket for tomorrow evening, is hopefully getting that system up and running. And so, yeah, that'll be it for tonight. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for watching. Thanks for the stimulating conversation. And yeah, we'll pick this up again tomorrow around 8 o'clock. You'll find me on Discord. I'll be there all day. And so, yeah, thanks for hanging out.